So now I'm going to show you how to join someone else's expedition. So this is if you are guiding a group of students and they're going to be following you. So you are the guide like in the last video, and I would be a student following another student who's guiding me or the teacher who is guiding. So on my screen at the bottom left or the bottom right hand corner, it says join. I'm going to click join, and my name actually comes up because I'm kind of guiding myself right now since I don't have another person here to do that. It also, so you are seeing my cell phone screen, and I'm using my phone to join an expedition that I started on my iPad since I also don't have two iPads. So we are going to be looking at Thomas Jefferson's Monticello. So I will click join because that's the expedition that I'm supposed to be joining. It says my guide is getting ready, so the guide is going into the app. So on the guide end on my iPad, I'm clicking start, again like I showed you in the last video. So this is if you have VR viewers. I know that most of you do not have VR viewers. So this is what it would look like if you were using a pair of viewers. You can see that it's the 360-degree video again. If you do not have video or the VR viewers, in the bottom corner, you'll see the little box. If you click that box in the bottom right, then it goes normal. It shows the full screen. So students can still use this and join an expedition without using the viewers. So again, now that I am in no longer in guide mode, since I joined another expedition, I can just move my device around and look around. It is really important that you tell your students that they need to stay in their seats when they're doing this. My students actually do use the VR viewers, and they like to get up and try walking around and walking through it because they don't realize that there's just a thing covering their face and then they run into things. Sorry if this is making you a little dizzy. So on the guide part, I can again point out different things that I want to show them. So if I click a point of interest on the guide part, the guide clicks a point of interest, you see the arrow that comes up. That's because the guide is trying to show me that point of interest. So that's actually a statue or a bust of Alexander Hamilton. Whenever the guide changes scenes, because I went through and showed you how to go to different scenes within an expedition. So if I go to the next room, the family sitting room, then on my device, on my phone, it changes to the family sitting room. So you're really at the whim of their guide when you join someone else's expedition. So then the guide can go through and tell me about this room. It can show me other points of information. So here's an engraving of the Declaration of Independence that I can look at in this room, and the guide would then go ahead and tell me about that. So when you join an expedition, you really just go from room to room as your guide moves, and you can look around on your own throughout the room, even though the guide isn't necessarily doing so.